Hello everybody, my name is Noah Lockmeyer and today I will be analyzing a document from the field of computer science. Before I begin, let me introduce myself. I am studying computer science at the University of Utah. This fall I will be entering my senior year. Also, I would like to mention that this video is purely for academic reasons. The paper I decided to analyze is titled Dots, an Online and Near Optimal Trajectory Simplification Algorithm. This paper was written by Weiquan Chao and Yunzhao Li. I decided to analyze this document in particular because I believe it represents an average computer science paper. The first thing I would like to talk about is the organization of the document. I'm going to start at the top and work my way through. Don't worry, I'm not going to sit here and read the document to you word for word. I think that would be incredibly painful for all parties involved. Instead, I'm going to talk about how the information is organized. Starting at the top, the first thing to notice is the title and the abstract. The title is pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to assume everyone knows what a title is. Underneath the title are the authors' names and their affiliations. In this case, our authors are representing the Laboratory of Science and Technology on Blind Signal Processing. I've never heard of it personally, but I'm sure it's big in China. The next thing you should notice is the article info. This includes important info such as publication dates and keywords. This is important to have at the top of a document because it would be incredibly frustrating to read an outdated article for no reason. This is doubly important for computer science because the field is continuously changing. An article from 2015 could be completely irrelevant due to a major breakthrough. Underneath the date is the list of keywords. This is something you should read as soon as possible. These are words that are critical to understanding the information in the document. Before reading, the reader should make sure they understand what these phrases mean to a certain extent. A few quick Google searches before reading the abstract can help the reader understand the document much better. The abstract is a summary of the article. Every relevant article from this century will most likely have an abstract, for good reason too. This little summary is my favorite thing since sliced bread. The abstract provides the main idea of the document in a short paragraph. This should be read before reading the article. When looking for relevant sources for a paper or something, the abstract will tell the reader whether or not the article will be useful to them. A good example of the usefulness of the abstract is how the acronym in the title, DOTS, is explained here. Before reading the abstract, I have no idea what DOTS is. After reading, I now know that DOTS stands for Directed Acyclic Graph-Based Online Trajectory Simplification. This anagram may seem a little forced, but that's not the point. Other words such as location-based services is abbreviated to LBS in the abstract. If someone had skipped the abstract, they would have no idea what LBS is in the rest of the document. Up next is the content of the document. Like I said before, I won't be reading anything to you, nor will I be commenting on the provided information. This part is very self-explanatory, so I won't dwell on it for too long. This paper is broken up into 6 segments. Each begins with a header labeling what is going to be in the segment. Each header explains the following text with a few words. Breaking the content into segments allows for easier reading and to prevent the readers from getting lost. For example, let's say I'm writing a research paper on trajectory simplification algorithms. If I only need experimental data, I'm not going to read the whole paper. Instead, I would read the abstract, then go to the segment titled Experimental Results. Without a header, I would be forced to skim until I reached the data. In this case, I would have to skim down 7 pages until I reached experimental data. This would not make me a happy camper. The document will usually end with a conclusion and then references. The last segment of text will almost always be a conclusion. This paragraph provides closure for the document and honestly is not that important to us. The references are the most useful thing down here at the bottom. The authors put everything they used to write this paper here. If you are also writing a paper on this subject, many of the sources will be useful to you. One important thing to note is this first reference here. This is a GitHub link to an implementation of the algorithm talked about in this document. The implementation of the algorithm could be extremely helpful for understanding the document. If the topic is about a specific algorithm, you will most likely be able to find the implementation down here at the references. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Have a good day.